Am I the a-hole for laughing and telling my property manager to get stuffed? I'm a model tenant, always paid my rent on time. I'm a bit neurotic when it comes to cleaning, quiet and respectful, and I've been renting this house for 8 years. The owners adore me. My old property manager was a peach to deal with, but she moved into a different company and I met a new property manager this morning and she came around to do an inspection. I took the day off because I wanted to meet her and it was going well until she passed me the report saying that everything looked good, but I had to remove 2 armchairs in the living room. I asked what was wrong with them and she said that they were ratty and an eyesore. The said armchairs in question I've had for 3 years. However, I got them off a friend who didn't want them anymore. The leather is warm and torn. They're an awful shape of green, brown, and yeah, they're ugly as hell, but they're the most comfortable armchairs I've ever sat into. They don't smell or anything either. I've told them there never been an issue before and the previous manager had shown photos of the living room of the owner and they've never said anything either. She was kind of rude and snapped saying that old manager isn't the property manager now, but she is, and that I should take her advice because she can and will feedback everything to the owners. I don't know if it was a power trip or something that she was on, but I scoffed and laughed at her and said, yeah, nah, get stuff, kinda without thinking, and then followed up with, sorry, but your job is to make sure the house is being maintained, not to come in and tell me to ditch my stuff. The inspection ended on the sour note, obviously, and she ended with, if those armchairs are here next inspection, then I'll follow it up with the owners. Just remember that my feedback is deciding factor in whether or not you continue to stay here. Bit rude. Didn't think much of it. I told my mom, who said I was unnecessarily rude. So that brings me here.
NTA, why would a property manager be inspecting and commenting on the furniture inside your house? What right does a landlord/property manager have to comment on your decorating choices? Is there other info missing or something? Because that doesn't make sense. They have no rights. They just do the inspection to make sure I'm maintaining the place properly, and to note anything that needs to be fixed. I've never had anybody comment on my furniture before except to compliment it. Up until now. NTA, if you have the contact info for the owners, you may want to give them a friendly heads up that the new property manager threatened to report you because you won't replace your furniture. It's inappropriate of her to have said anything about your furniture, and to have threatened your housing over it. If she's doing stuff like that to good tenants, she's probably going to cause bigger issues for the landlords. If you can contact the owners, or really anyone higher up, I would write them an incredibly nice note about how much you've enjoyed living at the property, etc. But that you were quite concerned when the new property manager said you had to get nicer furniture, or you would be kicked out. If the feet of the furniture are damaging the floor, sure. If there is goo leaking out of the furniture, absolutely. If the furniture is outside and against the lease or community rules/laws, fine. But if the furniture is indoors in a private space, who cares what it looked like? Just because she thinks it is ugly doesn't mean there is anything wrong with it. For sure, contact the owners and let them know she is trying to threaten eviction because she thinks your furniture is ugly. That is nothing but a power trip on her part, and they need to know about it. NTA, sounds to me like they are on a bit of a power trip. Really strange for somebody to tell you that you need to replace furniture inside of your house. I would consider messaging the owners as you mentioned that they adore you. If she does decide to give feedback next time, it's good to be ahead of it. NTA, I'd be following up with whoever her boss is. It's attitudes like this that cause landlords to lose good tenants. Hopefully you still have copies of previous reports noting the furniture and nil poor previous feedback. You can't be evicted because of a choice of furniture. I do have their contact info somewhere, and they've been round when I've had the chairs and nothing's been said. Thinking I'll shoot them an email tomorrow morning, and depending on how that goes, have a chat to the real estate mob. NTA, it sounds like the property manager is overstepping their job. Yes, it's their job to manage the property, but that doesn't mean they get to dictate your decor. Wording was a bit harsh, but I can't say I blame you if the property manager is threatening to kick you out over this. Is there any way you could get a hold of the owners and explain to them your side of things? Because the property manager was just as rude, if not outright threatening the security of your home over their preference. NTA. You had better get ahead of this and call the owners yourself and tell them what she said. I do not think they would be happy with her. Go on offense. Tell the owners that she made you uncomfortable by trying to intimidate you. It is the truth. Your record of being a great tenant for 8 years should stand on its own. NTA. The appearance of your indoor furniture is none of her or the owner's business. However, if I were you, I would reach out to the owners via email, so you have a written record, and explain the interaction. Apologize for not being as polite as you could have been and explain what the property manager said. Ask the owners directly if the appearance of the furniture, attach pics, is a reason for your lease to be terminated or not renewed. NTA. Do they honestly have a legitimate right to tell you what to do with your possessions? I mean, the chairs have nothing to do with the upkeep and maintenance of the place, and I find this just astonishing. Are they planning to pay you to replace them? Because if all of a sudden I was being told to get rid of my furniture, that would be my follow-up question. You pay rent on time, and you keep the place clean and undamaged. You aren't required to fork over a bunch of extra cash for new furniture as well. Do you have a copy of your rental agreement? I'd check it over just to make sure there is nothing weird, but I probably would have reacted the same as you. NTA. I don't think the property manager has a right to remove things from your phone except if they are the landlord.